Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm at 500 subscribers, guys, and that's huge for me. So today we're going to do REXY'S Quesadilla burgers, and we're going to make everything from scratch. Also to celebrate, I'm going to do a quick Q&A while I prepare all this deliciousness for you guys. But first, before we get cooking, I want to give a big REXY thank you to all of you. Not only for subscribing, but also for always showing me the love by liking and commenting on my videos. It truly does mean the world to me. And I also want to acknowledge and say thank you to all of you who have given me the most sweetest and kindest shout outs. Because of you, I've reached my 500 milestone a lot quicker. So thank you guys so very much for that. I'm going to go ahead and list those channels at the end of this video. So make sure you guys watch to the end so you guys can go show them some REXY love back. Okay guys, so I'm going to put all the measurements and ingredients in the description box for you guys so I don't bore you with all that now, as well as I went ahead and prepared everything. It was a lot of preparing. So we're going to be doing a REXY ranch dressing. We're also going to do a Tex-Rex seasoning for the burgers. And then we're going to do REXY'S Pico De Gallo to be putting in there as well. And then over here we're going to be doing the Tex-Rex hamburgers with the Tex-Rex seasoning. We're going to be putting that all together, and then all of our toppings. And I'll go over that with you guys in a little bit when we go ahead and put it together. So let's get cooking, guys. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to work on is our REXY'S ranch. Again, I'm going to have all the measurements and ingredients in the description box for you guys so that I can go ahead and put this together and do our little Q&A. Okay, so basically all we're going to do is put everything in the bowl and mix it up. So while I'm doing that, we'll start with the Q&A. Okay, so a lot of questions that people ask me, I went ahead and wrote down, and I figured I would go ahead and, you know, let you know a little bit more about me. So I'm originally from New York, and I live in Tennessee. I moved to Florida for many years, but we live in Tennessee now. We've been here for about 11 years. We love it here. It's beautiful. I am Italian, Irish, and Russian. I am happily married to my best friend, and I have 2 daughters. I am a huge animal lover. So I have 1 doggy and 1 cat. My dog is Jasmine. She's about 6 years old. And my cat is Max. We adopted them both. I used to have 2 doggies and 2 cats. Unfortunately, my Zoe girl, she was a chow chow, she passed away. And then my cat Peanut, he passed away a couple of months after Zoe did. They were about 14, 15 years old, and they passed from old age. It was absolutely the hardest, most saddest time in my life thus far. So I just have my Jasmine now and our cat Max. I have 3 grand fur babies, which you guys saw in my last video, named Chester, Mira, and Riley. I'm extremely close to my daughters. Family is absolutely everything to me. I live for my family. So my passions are cooking and baking, as you guys know. I absolutely love to feed people. That's not a surprise. Okay, so this is the white distilled vinegar and the 2 tablespoons of milk. And then the salt and pepper, you guys are just going to go ahead and, obviously to taste, you guys add as much as you guys want. So I'm going to finish mixing this so that we can work on our next step, and I can do a little bit more Q&A. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot sauce in it. Again, however much you guys want. I'm just going to do a little bit. As you guys know, I say it all the time, a lot of people in my house don't like spice or can't do the spice. So I just put a little bit in there. So I'm going to do just a little bit of pepper and then a little salt. We could always adjust the seasoning. And again, I will put all the measurements and ingredients in the description box for you guys. That looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and taste it. That's so good, guys. I really hope you try this. And you could put it on anything. It's really delicious. Alright, so that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this and put it in the refrigerator while we work on our next step. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and work on our Pico De Gallo. So again, I'm going to go ahead and just do a little Q&A and just put everything in the bowl. That's really all you have to do once it's all prepped. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So a lot of questions that people ask me over and over is Rexy my real name? It's absolutely not my real name, hence my little T-Rex over here. Rexy was given to me by my family many, many years ago because I have carpal tunnel, really bad neuropathy, and so my hands, obviously they hurt, and sometimes I would drop things or whatnot. So there came the name Rexy for T-Rex. So my family gave me the name Cooking with Rexy because of my hands, because of the carpal tunnel and neuropathy. It's funny to me that everybody asks me, is Rexy my real name? But it's not. My real name is Dawn, like the sunrise, so that's my real name. Okay, and then some other things that people ask me is why I don't go on camera. Well, the reason why I don't go on camera is number one, and the most important to me, is I want you to focus and concentrate on my food, not on me. Am I ever going to go on camera? Eventually I will, when I'm comfortable with that. Also, I am an extremely extroverted person, believe it or not. However, I am extremely camera shy. So I guess you guys would say that I am a shy extrovert. So eventually I will go on camera when I feel comfortable. And that's why I don't. Number one, like I said, it's so that you guys are focused on my cooking and my food. And number two, I am extremely camera shy. So, but I promise you guys, one day I'll go on camera. So I'm going to put the garlic. And then this is just a little bit of garlic powder and cumin. We're going to do a little salt and pepper. Now the tomatoes, as you know, need salt, but we'll taste it, so definitely want to check your seasonings for your salt and stuff like that. And actually, I'm going to get another bowl because this bowl isn't big enough. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and dump it in this bowl. This little bowl is not going to be big enough to toss the stuff around in. Looks great. Doesn't it look pretty, guys? And this is such a quick, easy, of course prepping is, you know, very time consuming, but it's such a good, refreshing, fresh Pico De Gallo. I definitely would recommend you making your own as opposed to buying it at the store, but that's just my opinion. It's so much better, more fresh, and you get to control your seasonings and the things that you like and want to put in. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add some lime juice. And I forgot to get fresh limes at the store when I was at the store. So, it's a good thing I had some lime juice, so I didn't have to make another trip just for some limes. Works just as well. But usually I would do a fresh lime if I had the option. Alright, just mix it around. And we're going to taste this. Ooh, that's good. But them jalapenos, I like spicy food. My family doesn't. I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper. Nice big pinch. And a little more lime juice. Alright, that looks great. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this in the refrigerator as well, and we'll start our next step. Okay guys, so what I have here is, I'm calling it my T-Rex seasoning for the T-Rex hamburgers that we're going to be making. Here's my hamburger meat. I probably have about 3 pounds, if not a little bit more. I have a bunch of quesadilla burgers to make tonight for some family. So I'm going to go ahead and put it together. So here I have some chili powder, some ground cumin, some paprika, some black pepper, ground coriander, some cayenne pepper, garlic powder, some crushed red pepper flakes, and some salt. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and mix this really good to combine it all. Now this seasoning mix is not going to go in all that meat. What I'm going to do is, actually I'm going to put this in a bowl so I can mix it. I'm going to just dump it in here so I can mix it better. It doesn't go all over the place. So what I do is I usually make extra and just baggy it up, and then I have it for next time. So I'm not going to be using all this just for the 3 pounds. So basically just use however much seasoning you guys want. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this a good little mix to combine all the seasonings. So I guess we're about done with the About Me little Q&A that I did. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment. I'd be happy to answer the questions that you guys have. I was just trying to remember the most asked questions that people ask me. Alright, that looks good. It smells absolutely delicious. Okay, so like I said, all you're going to do, I'm going to use just half of this, and then we'll play it by ear. We're going to mix it in our ground beef, and then prepare our hamburgers. So before I do that, I'm going to get some gloves on. My little fancy gloves. Okay. So all you're going to do is, like I said, I'm going to use half of this and then save the other half. And then all you're going to do is just mix it in your meat. Get it nice and incorporated. But you don't want to over mix your meat. You just want to incorporate it good. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this yummy step so that you guys aren't listening to me crinkle my little gloves here. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay guys, so I went ahead and mixed up all my meat. I only used a half of that seasoning, so you guys can adjust it to however much you're making. So now all we're going to do is we're going to make our patty. Now it's not going to be just a regular round little patty, and I'll show you the reason why we make it this way when we're putting it all together. All I have here is just a cutting board, and then I just put some parchment paper on it so that I can put the hamburger on it so it doesn't stick. Now for this video I'm only making one quesadilla burger for you guys and one burger because I have a couple to do, and I'm not going to bore you with all that. So we're going to go ahead and put one hamburger together and go over to the stove and cook it up, and then we'll be able to put this baby together. Okay, so you're going to take a good amount, and you're just going to start making your hamburger like you normally would. Sorry about the crinkling. But we're going to kind of make it like an oval. So long. Okay, that looks about right. Looks good enough. Okay, so I'm going to go and clean up, and I will meet you guys over at the stove so we can fry this baby up. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this really nice and hot. I'm using my cast iron today to make the burger. So I'm going to go ahead and put the stove on. in between medium and high, so that I can get this really nice and hot so we can put the burger in it. So I'll be back in a second when this heats up. Okay guys, so this is getting nice and hot. As you can see, it's starting to smoke. I'm going to go ahead and put my burger in there. And then also what I have over here is just a thermometer. Now I'm going to make this one for my husband. And I'm making this a medium well. So that's about 160 degrees temperature inside. So I'm going to go ahead and check it in a little bit. And what you want to see is you'll start seeing it cook up the sides before we go ahead and flip it. So I'm going to give this a minute or so, and then we'll check it out. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, because it's starting to cook up the sides, as you guys can see. I'm going to go ahead and flip her. That looks beautiful. And then we're going to cook the other side, and then I'll go ahead and check the temperature. Alright guys, so it's got a good sear on it. So what I'm going to do now, so I can finish cooking it in the inside until it becomes a 160 internal temperature for the medium well, is I'm going to go ahead and lower it so I don't burn the burger, but we finished cooking it. So we'll be back in a minute or two to check it out. Alright guys, let's go ahead and check this baby out. Alright, that's perfect. What I'm going to do is turn up the stove. And I'm going to take them out and let them rest while we go ahead and prepare to put them together. Okay guys, I have everything ready. Hopefully you could see most everything. I have my tortillas here. The flour tortillas. I have my Pico De Gallo, shredded lettuce, the 4 cheese blend. I have some bacon. I have my sauce over here that we made. And then I have the burger sitting over here resting because it was a tired baby. And some butter. Okay, so I have my little griddle here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. I'm going to put it on 300. See how that works. We're going to let this heat up, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of butter and rub it on there so we can put our tortilla down. So I'm just going to put some butter on the top of the griddle. That looks great. Okay, this is getting nice and hot. So this is how we're going to assemble the quesadilla burgers. You put your flour tortilla down. You put cheese all over it. And we're going to let this melt as we're assembling them. Just like that. And however much you guys want, you put on. You are in charge of your quesadilla burgers. So after that's done, you're going to put some of this delicious Pico De Gallo on it. However much you guys want. Just kind of spread it around. Like that. Okay, the left side where we're going to be putting the burger, you're going to put your lettuce. Okay, again, however much you guys want. I'm going to lower this just a little bit. We're also going to put some bacon on the left side. Okay, now we're going to put our delicious REXY'S Ranch dressing. Just like that. And we're going to take this big beautiful guy right there and stick him right there. Again on the left side. We're going to do some more sauce right on top of the burger. Just like that. And then you're going to take it off once you see that the cheese is nicely melted. Put it on a plate. Just like that. And we're going to close her up. Okay, and then all you're going to do is close her up. Just fold it over. Like that. And give her a nice cut. And there you have it, guys. REXY'S Quesadilla Burger. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it for you guys. Yes, it's a lot of prep, but it was well worth it. Again, thank you very much to my 500 subscribers, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.